Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Wall out there with Walker. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Simmons. And it's Johnson in at small forward. And for Portland, we've got Walker. And Fernie Simons out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Ayton. And it's Grant in at the 3 slot. And right now, we've got a matchup, Brent, between two defensive-minded teams going head-to-head. This should be fun.
Yeah, this is a no easy buckets night. Everything will be earned tonight. That's the way we like it. High-level defense.
Now, here's Brogdon. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A good job of getting inside. Brogdon finds a way to get two more.
Wall finds Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Shot's good by Walker.
Man, that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And that's too close. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
Brogdon looking it over. Pass to Ayton. Back to Brogdon. Pass to Walker. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And our third month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. You look at the Bucks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now, Brooklyn, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. At the beginning of his career, Grant Brent was more of a role-playing forward. Those days, though, are long gone.
And no question, he just about tripled his shot attempts per game, leading to more and more points, has even developed that 3-ball to become a multi-level scorer. Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton, that time getting inside and using his frame.
Count that one. Simmons got 6.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
3-pointer, Simons knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, Simons loves to take threes. He's dependable from there.
Ball passes to Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Ayton kicks to Grant. Brogdon outside. Back to Grant. That's a 2 from Simons. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Back to Simmons. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Williams is checked in for Walker. Shaden Sharp comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Brogdon. And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Blazers getting the bucket.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Shooter passes to Finney-Smith. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled. But in the end, they had an opportunity to win.
Yeah, really the only thing close, though, about that game was the score. In just about every other aspect, they were totally outplayed.
Healed from outside. Henderson pulls it in. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Well, Brent, with the Blazers, it seemed like they were ready to take the next step a few years back.
Yeah, and then it felt like things sort of shifted in the opposite direction, and trying to find out through injuries and defensive struggles, who is it that is going to help this team make that next step? And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
And the shot goes down. Simons has got 7 points in the game.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Schroeder dishes to Heel. Back to Schroeder. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lets the three fly. Heel can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Too open that time. Made it look too easy. That's 7 points for Shaedon Sharpe.
Great to see Sharpe not hesitating, just firing the moment he touches the ball.
Smith finds Heel. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Cans it from downtown.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
That's a 2 from Heel. No good that time. What a performance from Anthony Simons. He has been the story for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Portland.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Anthony Simons out there with Brogdon. Then it's Walker. Then there's Grant. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And you got to respect Wall's tenacity. This is a player who hasn't let injury slow him down. He always puts in a big effort and just pushes himself to give his all.
And we've heard defensive-minded players, Greg, say, man, everything is a foul nowadays. You can't even touch the guy. You can't defend. Do they have a point?
It's getting tough, isn't it? I mean, you can't use your hands. You have to be set. It's almost like they want defenders to be traffic cones.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Simons grew up under the tutelage of his father, whose workout regimen sometimes left his son in tears. Anthony said, "I didn't get real joy from working out until middle school. By high school, it was just a normal day. It was so ingrained into me, working out extra and getting up as many shots as possible." Kevin?
Well, it brought him here, David. Thank you so much for the story. Now, here's Wall. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Out to the wing. Grant against Walker. Shoots from 14, and it's off the back rim, no good. And the Nets with possession here. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip. Here's Grant. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Simmons. 10 points for him. A second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Simmons got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for the Trailblazers. Then for the Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Simmons. Buddy Hield comes in for Walker. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for John Wall. Now here's Thybulle. The layup missed.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And here's Johnson outside. Offensive rebound, Nets. And stolen by Thybulle. And now the fast break, Brogdon with the ball. Shoots over Schroeder, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
Don't want to be careless around any point guard in the league. This time it's Brogdon, and he's capable of drawing that foul.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, the way Malcolm Brogdon is used in the catch-and-shoot game, it makes that offense very difficult to stop.
Well, he's a high percentage shooter, doesn't go through many ups and downs, and when he doesn't have the look he wants, he's willing to get off the ball.
Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Shaedon Sharpe comes in for Walker. He doesn't get the second one.
And he's the glue that holds this team together. Brogdon's calm demeanor and lead-by-example approach is so valuable to the squad.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Trailblazers making a change here. Henderson's checked in.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Here's Grant. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Three-pointer, Hield. Offensive rebound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Thybulle, the pass to Grant. Back to Thybulle. Beyond the arc. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Thybulle's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Here in the middle of the season, injuries can certainly pile up, Greg. How does a team hold it together when it's missing important pieces?
Kevin, it's all about communication and being ready to step up. As long as you keep working as a unit, you can cover for missing bodies.
Jeremy Grant. And then for Brooklyn, Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Lonnie Walker comes in for Hield, and John Wall subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And then Simmons slams it in.
Coach has to be happy with Simmons' intensity tonight, fighting hard for his looks on offense.
Portland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Henderson, no one around him. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Scoot Henderson became the youngest G League player ever in 2021. Greggy was only 17 then.
And Kevin really speaks to his abilities that he was ready for that near NBA level of competition at such an early age.
Big man you don't want to send to the line. DeAndre Ayton's free throw capabilities keep him on the floor at all times.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
That one is off. And Brent, we know one guy who would have been valuable in any era, DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, with that size, he got that old school draw back to the post, physical center type of physique, but he works mostly on the block and doesn't create a lot down there. Each year he's trying to add a little bit more to his repertoire.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Wall looking for an opening. Shoots over Henderson. Wall's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Wall passes to Simmons. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Thibault. Another shot. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
The competitive firewall plays is admirable. Fantastic at just figuring out ways to attract contact.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Now here's Simons. He's got 9. It's sent back down by Simmons. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Down the line for the Nets, Day'Ron Sharpe, Buddy Hield.
And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Henderson is adept at earning these whistles. Got to be careful how you guard it.
Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the first one at the line is good.
In a league of the best athletes in the world, Scoot Henderson stands out. He can just levitate in the air, blow by defenders. Scoot putting on a show.
And Wall kicks to Simmons. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Simons from outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. Checking out the Trailblazers. Kenny, how'd you see it?
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they performed. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the Nets?
I like how they're working the ball down low and finding easy looks. They may be tempted to switch things up in the second half, but I say stick with it. Force the other team to adjust to the way you play.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Johnson, Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Wall, and it's Walker in at the two-guard position. Now here's Henderson over Walker. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Henderson after Ben Simmons bucket. Henderson against Walker. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Brooklyn trailing. It's deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon.
Brooklyn ball.
And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. You take a look at the Trailblazers. A season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference.
And right now for the Trailblazers, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Now, here's Walker following the miss by John Wall. Grant with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. It's sent back down by Simmons.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And it's all evened up. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Hield comes in for Lonnie Walker. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for John Wall. Here's Simmons. The Blazers getting the bucket. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got it all tied up now for the Nets. So it's Portland now. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, there's a new era in Portland with number 3 pick Scoot Henderson viewed as the franchise player of the future. He says, I'm going to embrace it. I've got a lot of responsibility, but it just comes with the work ethic. I always fall back on getting in the gym. I'm determined to be the best version of myself. Kevin, back to you.
I love the fact, David, don't you, that he wants to be great. That was a terrific report. Thank you. First one falls for him.
Talked to most of the coaching staffs around the league. what is the first thing they think about with Jeremy Grant? And it's that athleticism that comes to mind.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look now for Portland. Robert Williams is checked in for Walker. And Shaden Sharp subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Now here's Simon. 9 points in the game so far.
Defenders want to get physical with Simons to try to offset some of his athleticism. It doesn't always work.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Trendon Watford's checked in for Simmons. Schroeder kicks to Hield. Here's Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Man, finishing it off there. Simons showing great quickness and alertness to get there that time.
Hey, Brent, when you look at Shaden Sharp, he has shown flashes of being a great offensive player, hasn't he?
Well, he's got all the tools, Kevin, to be a superstar. His development is going to take some time. Essentially went from high school straight to the NBA after redshirting 1 year in college and not playing 1 minute.
Now Grant after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield, and the shot goes in. Now it's a 7-point Portland lead.
Kept both his balance and focus on the rim. Grant unfazed.
3-pointer Hield. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Hield's got 9.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Grant for 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Grant's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Grant coming right back with 3 of his own.
Schroeder kicks to Hield. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish.
Here's Sharp. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Williams. That one falls. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hield outside. Over Sharp. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Hield.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
This is to Johnson. For 3. Radford can't connect. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got DeAndre Ayton. Bob Williams is out there with Walker. Then it's Sharp, and it's Brogdon in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Wall. There's the pass to Hield. From outside the arc. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists here tonight.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Nets trail by 3. Passes to Claxton. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass. Nasty jam.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Pass to Sharp. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it, and it's blocked. To take the lead. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
It is great to see Wall back from those awful injuries, looking a lot stronger now.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Portland.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Stolen by Walker. Thibault with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. The shot by Brogdon wide open. And again, unable to change momentum here. Walker the pass to Wall. Good work there as it goes. Wall's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Here's Wall. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking. And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Out of bounds, next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Portland. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Simmons is checked in. And then Sharp with the dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Johnson, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Chauncey Billups coaching up his team during that break. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Unable to simply overwhelm people the way he did in college just because of his size. Ayton has done a much better job just staying patient. Great pump fake there.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Shaedon Sharpe.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Ball against Brogdon. He dishes it to Grant. Over Johnson. No good from Grant. Brooklyn with the ball.
In the game.
Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. And Simmons slams it in.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
1:49 left in the game. Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're leading by 7. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter.
For your Blazers answer.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Ball against Brogdon. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Walker. Goes up. And the dunk by Walker.
At 6'11", with his passing skills, Simmons will always find the open man.
Three-pointer, Simon. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
That's a 2 from Simons. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And Simons saying, bring it on. I got this and more.
Ball against Brogdon. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And Brooklyn making a change. Claxton's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 6. Knocked loose. Here's Walker, and Walker throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
That's a 2 from Simons, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Claxton the pass to Simmons. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. I'm just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about takes a magic trick for them to find the points they need. Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.